Well, welcome back to Radcliffe Radio for the 8th instalment of the season, where Radcliffe have travelled to the West Coast as they take on Southport. How will they face? Well, Anton will certainly be hoping they'll face better than they did last time out, which of course ended as a 4-2 defeat. But he's ignored on this occasion. 𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗀𝗀 finds Doyle once more. Now Burgess, with a bit of time to really assess his options, finds his next one in 𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗀𝗀. And now Doyle, 𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 once more. Then Lloyd is challenged well by Roscoe.
To be fair, I think it was caught late, but the referees ignored it, and Radcliffe now come away with possession with Sargent and Hume. Now Dudley, because they play it through for Hume in his right hand channel. Needs bodies in the box really. Hancock's and now Dudley joining him. He's got to the line, looks to play it across, goes to the direction of the goal, and it's Hancock to tap in. He's fourth in the campaign.
Well, back in the side, back with a goal. That is exactly what we've been missing. That's sort of clinical nature. It's a great turn by Jordan Hume, who was just ascending down the goal, had the freedom of the byline and played it across into that area of uncertainty, and there was Josh Hancock to stab it home. Radcliffe 1, Southport 0.
Gotta say, it's been a quite 50-50 game, and three times now in this afternoon we've seen that kind of ball into the channels and playing the ball across the box. Obviously we had Duxbury with the first initial one for Radcliffe. Southport had one of their own earlier on, and Radcliffe have now had their second now with chance to get somewhere. We've got some decent bodies. Obviously Roscoe's scored from the last few corners. Broad's going to put this one in.
Sent in towards that back post. I think it's glanced on.
I think Warder was going to go up for it, but I think it's gone. I think he didn't get a glance on it. It's just gone directly through as it was driven in by Callum Rowe.
Looked like it skidded off the bald head of Minahan at the back post, but
Dudley just couldn't quite get a shift.
As Morgan throws it on, but it's headed away by Doyle, and then a loose kick by Wardle presents Lloyd an opportunity to come forward down this left hand side. Strikes, timed away by Ewell, but it bounces back through to Spooner. But great covering from Maynard, who just gets there ahead of the former Hyde United man, and then will just clear it away. And
that's a good ball.
It's a great shape to it.
I mean, I thought we was going to get punished there, but we did well really to force Lloyd wider for that strike on goal, which Shearat parried. Initially, Radcliffe felt like they should have had a free kick as Roscoe was nudged out of the way, but Ewell will fire this one forward. It's one in the air by Hugh. Can Hancock get this one under? He can't. Sargent will look to head this one in behind. Dudley's in 1-on-1. He's onside. And he's on there too.
Radcliffe double their advantage, and it is Anthony Dudley grabbing his second goal. It was cool, composed, everything you want, and it was Dudley to double Radcliffe's advantage.
The Southport players are happy. They thought it was offside, but you can see across the line Dudley timed his run to perfection. Sargent headed it in behind, and Dudley, composed as you like on his left foot, slots it beyond Chris Renshaw to double back his lead, and you can't say it's not deserved.
Well, I touched on it, didn't I, probably 10 seconds ago, prior to the goal, about the attacking intent from Radcliffe. The fact that they weren't just lying down and just sitting back for this one goal. They were pushing for a second, and well,
at times, if we get the right ball forward in terms of on the right numbers there, Minahan's got a chance to get a ball in here from this right hand side. It's very, very deep. Boxer brings it under control quite well there. Looks over for the lay off for Lloyd. He strikes it. And it's good, strong hands there by Hugh out. To not to parry that one out, really. He's kept hold of it, which is the main important thing. If he was to parry it, he would have pushed it away, but he's kept hold, which is even better.
Well, that's probably the first meaningful chance, you'd say, from the host, wouldn't you?
In terms of a strike at Hugh out's goal, yeah, for sure.
Callum Rowe makes his first start. All three have had impressive first halves in that. Had impressive halves in that first half. They'll be hoping to produce something similar in this second half. As Southport looks to come forward now with Minahan, but he's put a goal. He struck it straight at Ewell, and the follow-up's wide. How does he miss, Anton? He had the goal at his helm, and well, he's blazed it wide.
I think that's the reason why you don't see him as a striker, really. He's playing at right back today, because he's took a great touch to get beyond Duxbury there, and he's just rifled it straight at Ewell. He should really do better.
But the follow-up, I think, equally is worse.
The follow-up's the follow-up. I feel like it would have been blocked anyway. We have bodies covering in and around the line anyway, so.
And we will be back underway from the from the initial throw that we were alluding to. Headed away by 𝗬𝗀, but it's brought under control from the clearance by 𝗬𝗀𝘀, who clears it long. And Dudley's going to put challenge to that, but 𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗀 gets there first before finding the former Curzon-Ashton goalkeeper in Renshaw, who can only clears to the feet of Rowe. Rowe clips it forward. It's a loose clearance by 𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗀, and Radcliffe pick it up once more. Great thing by Hancock, who sells him the dream on the floor, and Hancock still weaving his way forward. Shoots, but he strikes it straight into Minahan, and then Rowe delivers it back in, but it's headed behind for another corner kick. But great feat initially by Hancock just to work the opportunity, but unfortunately fired it straight into his man. But once again, the right intent from Radcliffe, and it's acknowledged by the official on that far side in
𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗀, that one.
That's the one. As it's played long by Southport, and now 𝗏𝗀𝗀𝗀 in the back of the net. Well, it's a great assist from Renshaw.
Long ball.
Just went all the way over the top for 𝗏𝗀𝗀𝗀, who slotted it past you out. And well, Southport have got away back into this game, and they halved the deficit to just the 1 goal now. It is now Southport 1, Radcliffe 2.
Caught sleeping really was the back four. They didn't see the extra runner coming through. They were too focused on the likes of Proctor and 𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗏𝗏, and 𝗏𝗀𝗀𝗀 made a late runner in behind. And
down the line is Jordan Hume, who he uses now up against Moore. Can he just weave an angle here and try and deliver the ball in? He can't. He's forced back to Matt Sargent. Round the corner towards Dudley, who brings it under control well and works it well back to Sargent in the penalty area now. It's in the penalty area still. Jets a shot in, but it's blocked initially by Doyle, and then Lloyd coming forward now at the other end. It's a 4-on-4 if they can get it right, and then 𝗏𝗀𝗀𝗀 should retrieve it on this right hand side ahead of a blue shirt, and he will. Now coming forward, he's got Minahan on the edge, who he uses now, clips it in, but it's claimed by 𝗏𝗀𝗀𝗀. A bit of a wasteful one on that occasion. It was always going to ask me a question, wasn't it?
I was waiting for you to drop the Percival Knight. Waiting.
As Renshaw takes the subsequent free kick long, 𝗏𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 misses the initial flick on, and 𝗬𝗏𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 should see this one behind. It doesn't. It's good work by 𝗏𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 to fire it forward for 𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀, who's in the penalty area now. Tries to weave it forward, fires it into the side net and via a deflection, and it's a corner kick for Southport. Felt that 𝗬𝗏𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 had to do better there.
He just needs to get his body fully across him. But 𝗏𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 has, to be fair to him, done well to snake round him, and on the side he's been able to create an opportunity. We've now got a corner out of this, and Lloyd will take it now. In it comes in swinging. It's away at the near post by Morgan, but it's worked back out to Lloyd. He's going to cross back in again. It's dangerous ball. Come on, and it's 2-2 here at the Big Out Stadium. As Lloyd crossed the shot has gone all the way through and beaten Matt Hugh out.
Well, it just leaves you that ill feeling in your stomach. You felt at 2-0. We had the game wrapped up at one point, but well, credit to Southport, they kept going, and 77 minutes in, we are level once again. It was one of them that was always going to ask a question, and well, we had to deal with it initially better.
Delivery in from Walker.
That's what looks like what they're going for, but it's claimed by Renshaw, and Radcliffe have got to contend with this now as Renshaw goes over the top once more, but it's going to be keeper to keeper as 𝗏𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 claims that one, bowls it out now to 𝗬𝗏𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀, which just came in centrally slightly now. Sargent has the option short or Hume over the top. It goes towards Hume. The offside flag isn't going to go up much to the question marks of the Southport back line. Hume still with the ball deep inside Southport half, up against 𝗬𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀. He's challenged by 𝗬𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀. Not fouled though. He's got the ball in the penalty area now, trying to twist and turn. Delivers the ball back into Walker. Tries to just glance it into the corner, but
great play from Jordan Hume though. Initially to twist and turn. 𝗬𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 was able to dig out across as well. Walker couldn't, as you say, quite guide that header towards that top right hand corner where he's initially aiming.
So it'll be a goal kick to contend with now. We are now inside the final 10 minutes, about 8 to go at the normal 90.
As we have, well, we're just about to hit the 5 minutes played added on, as Luca wins the header, which is rare sight, and Renshaw quickly up his line to deal with it. 𝗬𝗏𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 heads away. Ushered back now to Minahan, who looks to clip it down the line towards Proctor. Wardle beats him to it once again. Now Morgan out wide to Carver. Looks to get his crossing. He does the great volley. I think it's hit 𝗬𝗲𝗀, and it's either hit the post or hit you out, and it's run away. And it's now going to be a throw-in for the host right in this corner. As I say, we have played the 5 minutes added on.
I think the referee's just indicated there's a further one to one of the Southport players. Great challenge from Navarro, and Radcliffe can come up the other end, but what is that from Navarro? It's wasteful.
Well, I know what he's trying to do, but he's not executed it right. He's just trying to lump it up, but that's a poor ball in from Lloyd, and Hugh quickly bowls it out to Jackson. He's looking to look down the line for Kyle Campbell. He's got a lot of space out on this right hand side. He's now one-on-one with Knight Percival. Turns back to Jackson. Main has the ball if he sees him. Indeed he does. Gets a nudge in the back, but he's able to find Jackson. He gets a crossing first time, but it's not the best one, and it's in with the Radcliffe fans, and the referee calls time. And the final result here at the Big House Stadium is Southport 2, Radcliffe 2.